Hello, hello. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing super well today. I'm coming on to do the Friday video teaching. Oh, I think I got cut off with my intro, but that's okay. I hope you're all doing well whenever you're watching this. If you are catching this, please let me know in the comments below. Feel free to drop any questions, comments, insights, anything you want to share with me in the comments below. I'm happy to come back and get back to you when I have a chance. So, every Friday I come on here to do a Friday teaching that I am guided to do. So today we're going to be speaking on how the greatest way to be of service is to do your own healing, okay? So let me know below if you are desiring to make a big impact in the world, what exactly you want to do to create that impact in the world, that positive shift that you wish to see here, okay? Many of us feel this strong urge to do something that will make a difference, whether it's in our communities, in our families, in the world as a whole, but many of us have come here to help shift the world and to bring more light here and to help change things for the better, okay? So what my guys wanted me to share today for everyone is that the energies that are coming down to the planet at this time are calling for a release. They're asking for a kind of purge of sorts, okay? And so this is why, as this energy, this higher vibrational energy comes in, as this greater levels of light come in, it can feel or it can appear like our planet is overwhelmed, it's in chaos, things are not going well. It might even feel like things are going downhill. But this is all part of like the natural kind of detoxing process that we are going through as a collective, because as more light comes in, as more higher vibrational energy comes in, the darkness that used to be here can no longer continue to prevail. It can no longer remain here. And so many people who desire to have a positive impact in the lives of others and, to support other people with their spiritual journey and healing journeys, you might be excited to know that this greater light is coming in, this higher vibrational energy is coming in. However, what we want to highlight today is that the best way to support people in integrating this greater levels of light and higher vibrational energy that's coming in, and to help make the difference, to help shift the world in a better place, in a better way, is by being of service to others through our own healing. It's by helping ourselves. It's through healing ourselves. And so when we take the time to heal ourselves, we support the raising of our vibration and the elevation of our consciousness enough to facilitate the integration of these energies coming in for those around us, okay? So as you choose to heal yourself and you raise your vibration, you raise your consciousness, the people closest to you, the people who interact with you, they get to be positively influenced, because it's kind of like you help them acclimate in a way, is what I'm getting. So it's like this energy is coming in, it's it. Does that make sense? So it is by you taking this time to heal and to raise your own vibration and consciousness enough that you help elevate people around you, and you make it easier for them to then go through their own process more easily to access those frequencies or integrate those frequencies, those energies much more easily. And this will allow them to move forward on their own journey with more ease and grace. So you also, by going through your own healing journey or your own healing work, what you also do is, as you go through this healing work and you start shifting in how you show up in your behaviors, in how you react to things and so on, how you live your life, as you go through this personal healing that then creates shifts in your life, when you start having these shifts in your life, what happens is you'll start modeling a different reality to the people around you that will inspire them in some way, or that will help them to create curiosity around what you're doing and to want to start investigating some more. And this is especially important if the people around you are not really open to healing work or spirituality and this kind of stuff, but you really would like for them to be open to these things. And so the best way to support them in being open is by you doing your own deeper healing, transforming yourself, how you live your life, what you get to experience, like manifest, how you react, how you behave. And as you change as a person and your life changes, this will then create curiosity for those people who will be like, what are you doing differently? Like, why are things going better for you? Or do you react in this way now? Or you've changed a lot. Like, what are you doing? Then you will just tell them, well, I just started diving deeper into my spirituality, my healing, and I realized some things about myself, and I started doing something about it. And this helped me to release a lot of like sadness that caused depression or anger or lack of self-worth or whatever, and things in my life just started improving. So by you kind of becoming a walking testimonial for the power of healing work and spirituality, you then inspire people to also go on their own journey. Does that make sense? But you have to walk the walk first. So this is what you do is you start modeling to them a different reality that then inspires them or creates curiosity, okay, to kind of find their own way down that path and do their own thing as well so that they can heal, okay, because they want more of the same. Also, as you go on your own healing journey, maybe you do some shadow work, inner child healing work, whatever it is that you do to help yourself heal, because everyone, does different things. Some people do things like ayahuasca or whatever it may be. But as you go on your own healing journey and you start releasing the things that you have to let go of at this time, things like a lot of hatred you might hold inside of yourself, or criticism, judgment, whatever lower vibrations you hold inside of yourself, as you release these things, then these emotions that you have inside of yourself, you help to no longer continue to be a supportive person that anchors the darkness to the planet. So let me see if I can explain that. When you hold low vibration emotions or things inside of yourself, that just helps to continue to anchor the lower vibrational energies that we are wanting to purge off of the planet, okay? But by you going through your deep releasing and healing, you no longer continue to unintentionally support the continued anchoring of those energies here. You make it easier for those energies to be released. Does that make sense? So this is why it's really important for you to do your part in playing your role in your own healing, because that naturally benefits the planet. You naturally support the releasing of those energies of the darkness so that more light can actually come and stay here. Okay. They also wanted me to speak to those who feel like they're here to do important things. But before I get into that, they also want me to say that personal healing is necessary because what that does is, as you go through your own healing and you resolve whatever issues have been troubling you, have been weighing down on you, or have been affecting you, and you let go of those things and you feel happier, you feel more connected, you feel more fulfilled, you feel more abundant. As you go through this process, what then happens is you now have the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom to facilitate that for other people. And so as you facilitate that for other people, you lessen the suffering and the pain on this planet that is experienced by many. And so this is why it's really important for you to go through your own healing journey if you want to be of the greatest service to humanity, if you want to help change the world. Because when you take yourself through that process, you then have the experience, the tools, the insight to be able to guide other people to help them then no longer continue to feel in pain and be in suffering, okay? So this leads me into the next part, which is for those of you who are feeling like you're here to make a positive difference. You're here to be some kind of spiritual teacher. You're here to help people with their own personal healing. You're here to do something in a big positive way. I don't know where this water's coming from, but anyway. For those of you that are here to share your knowledge, your experience, your understanding of spirituality and healing with other people, it's of the utmost importance that you heal yourselves, okay? And this is because in order for you to share your truth powerfully, in order for you to allow yourself to be as visible as you're meant to be with your knowledge and wisdom and your experience, you need to heal the things inside of yourself that keep you from sharing your truth on a more powerful level, or keep you from being more of that powerful leader who spreads knowledge and wisdom that you are intended to be, that you desire to be, okay? Because in order for you to step into a more powerful leadership role and to step into higher levels of your purpose and do more powerful work, you need to let go of whatever's unconsciously holding you back from doing that. And I want to give you a quick example. I apparently have shamanic energy, ancestral lineage stuff inside of me. And for a very long time, I convinced myself to believe negative things about shamanic energy, or not necessarily negative things, but I just convinced myself that I didn't want to be connected with those energies. I didn't want anything to do with them. I didn't want to just know anything about those things. And so I just pushed it away, and I convinced myself, that wasn't for me. Some of it was fear. Some of it was fear-based energy because of connecting to certain energies and how they're physically represented and how I judge them as being scary or intimidating or whatever. And that's why I didn't want to connect with them. And some of that was just me convincing myself that shit wasn't for me, when that was actually unconscious resistance. So as I've gone on my journey, I have had to really tune into myself and really dig into those fears and those things, that resistance around this shamanic stuff, to really let that go and allow myself to embrace more of who I truly am, more of my true abilities, more of my capacity to work with greater and more powerful energies. But if I had continued to avoid the healing and not accept it, not embrace it, not do anything about it, then I would be holding myself back from being the powerful leader that I could be. Does that make sense? So the same thing goes for you. If you are feeling called to start a YouTube channel, for example, to share these powerful teachings, but you hold a lot of fear inside of yourself because of what people might think, how they might say, you might think that they're going to say that you're copying so-and-so, or you have nothing original to add, or they might criticize how you look, or whatever it is. And you have all of these fears. If you don't do your healing work around those fears and you don't release them, then you're never going to allow yourself to take the action you actually need to take to start doing those videos and start sharing your perspectives, your messages, your insights. And because you don't share those things, then people are going to miss out on your unique way of presenting the information. Does that make sense? So this is why it's the utmost importance for you to do your healing work, to really be able to step into your purpose on powerful levels, on greater levels. If I had continued to hold back from tapping into the shamanic stuff, then I wouldn't probably be able to have the ability to heal at the level at which I'm being asked to heal people now, to maybe manifest on a more powerful level, to do things that are on a bigger level that I, have the potential to, but I'm not going to be able to if I don't allow myself to embrace these energies and work with these energies, because the energies want to support me. But if I resist the support, then it's not going to happen. Does that make sense? So this is why it's really important to do the healing work in order to truly step into your leadership roles, to step into your purpose on a greater level. What they also wanted me to say is that you cannot access greater abilities while your vibration and consciousness is low. So with this, it's very much connected to myself. I'll give myself as an example again, is like I said just a moment ago, I cannot access a greater level of manifestation or a greater level of healing work and being able to help other people heal if I don't do the healing work necessary to allow my vibration and consciousness to elevate. If I don't do that healing work necessary, then the level at which I'm at means I'm only going to be able to access certain abilities and certain things at that level only. However, if I do my healing work and I take my vibration and consciousness to a greater level, then I'm going to be able to access greater abilities and things as well, right? So for those of you who feel called to make a bigger impact with your unique gifts and abilities and things you want to do, the same thing is your healing is necessary, because as you heal and you take yourself to greater levels, both in your consciousness and vibration, you're going to be able to access more information, more abilities, more opportunities, whatever it is that you need at that level at which, you're now at. Does that make sense? And you need to keep going higher and higher in order to do things in a bigger, more powerful way. So this is what will allow you to truly make that bigger impact that you're supposed to be making, or you're intended to make. Now, it will also allow for you to make that bigger, to have a bigger reach in the work that you do. So as you do your healing and you allow yourself to do your work in a more powerful level and so on, because you're taking your vibration and consciousness to a greater level, you then open yourself up to being able to support more people, to reach more people, because you're at a higher capacity to hold the energetic space to receive those people. However, if you haven't done the proper healing that you needed to at this time, because we're constantly doing these things, we're constantly releasing, but if you haven't done the level of healing that you need to at this time, then it's like your energetic container is like this small, and you can only hold space or support or reach a certain amount of people in this energetic container. But as you choose to heal, your container expands, more people can come in. As you heal again, more people come in. So this is how you make a bigger impact, is it allows for you to reach more people. Okay, creating this positive shift in the world, spreading these teachings, helping people dive deeper into spirituality is not just about us sharing this information, these tools, these things in communities that we feel comfortable in, or with certain people that we feel comfortable speaking to these things about, or speaking to about these things. It's not just about that. Like, making a bigger impact, changing the world, is getting this information, these tools, to as many people as possible, rather than just staying within the communities or the groups of people that we feel comfortable with and only sharing it among our small circles. We need to get this information out there. So in order to get this information out there to reach the masses, that's only going to be possible as you choose to heal yourself, as you choose to let go of the unconscious resistance or fears or insecurities or doubts that you may have around being able to fulfill that purpose, around being able to make an impact, around being able to help people see results from the things that you're sharing, and so on, right? And to be able to start putting yourself out there to speak to newer and larger groups of people. A lot of times, there are people that are in the spiritual community that are afraid of saying who they are and what they do to people who are not in the spiritual community, right? So again, if you're afraid of saying to like a very normal human person that's analytical and is still, doing the things that most people do, if you're afraid of telling them, yeah, I'm a Reiki master, or yeah, I'm a psychic and I work with angelic energies or something. If you're afraid to tell people that, then you're not going to allow yourself to truly make the impact you're supposed to be making, because you're holding back. You're holding back from sharing who you truly are, what you're truly about. And so you're holding back on information that could potentially serve greatly another person, all because you have these fears of judgment, you have these fears of people criticizing you, putting you down, whatever it may be. So that's why you really need to clear those things in order to just be who you are, share who you are and your work and what you do naturally, so you can have the greatest possible impact. So I have no problem telling people, yes, I'm a psychic soul alignment coach. I do energy work or healing work, whatever you want to call it. I help people with manifestation. Like, it doesn't matter to me if they don't know all that terminology or whatever. I call myself a human unicorn. I don't care. Like, I just put it out there because it really doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you, on the other hand, then that's something you need to heal around in order to allow yourself to be free to be who you truly are, the powerful leader that you are, and to really share your work more powerfully. So that as you do this, you continue to make a larger and larger impact, okay? So this video is really just a call to action to really help you understand to take your healing seriously, that this is not something to continue to procrastinate on, to not pay close attention to, or to ignore. This is something that is really important because you play a vital role in the ascension, or in the well-being, or the evolution of humanity and our consciousness on this planet. Everyone here has an important job. We're all here to impact one another. We may just be one individual person, but one person has the power to influence, several people. And if each and every single one of us does this, then we influence greater and greater and greater numbers. And so as these greater numbers happen, there's a big positive shift in the world. But this can't happen unless you decide to step into your power and to take your healing more seriously, and to do your best to release the things inside of yourself that you need to release in order to bring this impact or this change in the world more easily. So it all really starts with you. If you want to help, the world become better, if you want humanity to improve, if you want certain injustices on this planet to cease, then it really requires you to focus on your healing first and foremost, so that as you heal, you no longer continue to unintentionally anchor lower vibrational energies here, which only continue to cause us to hold on to like systems and ways of doing things that we don't want anymore as a collective. We don't consciously want it anymore, but it's still existing here so long as we hold on to those energies. So we have to do our healing work to release those energies so that the darkness can leave, the lower vibrational energies can leave, the light can really be here and anchored here, and then these shifts can start happening, okay? So I really hope that this has helped you. If it has, give this video a thumbs up or a like wherever you're watching from. Feel free to share this video with whoever you wish to share it with that needs to hear it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to do that. And if you want to stay in touch with me, check out the links in the description below of this video. There will be links to my Instagram and Facebook accounts. You can find me as Stef Ventura Coaching. And I also have a free Facebook community that you can join. The link is in the description below as well. So thank you so much for your time. I really hope that this has helped you, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.